The third hand is found on the Tefillin, on the straps of the arm Tefillin and the head Tefillin. When they're combined, when the arm Tefillin and the head Tefillin are combined, it produces the third hand, and this is how. From the straps. When you wrap the arm Tefillin, the strap makes a yud, a yod, a yud. The letter yud, it's made in the strap, from the strap that you can touch the block with. And then on the straps of the head Tefillin, you make in the back there a dalet. So it goes yud, dalet. Yud is from the hand Tefillin, dalet is from the head of the back of the head of the head Tefillin. That makes yad. That is the yad Ramah. Because it's elevated you. The Tefillin has elevated you. And that's the yad Ramah. You put this Tefillin on the left because theoretically everybody's right-handed. The left Tefillin, left arm Tefillin, brings you into a bimanual consciousness. When you have that bimanual consciousness, you open up to the third hand. That third hand is put on when you put on the head. And it's even thought of that the third hand like goes out of the head. The consciousness of this third hand parallels some other thirds that we've been talking about, and that was commented on one of mine. The third eye is obviously the tefillin of block of the head tefillin. Goes between the eyes. And the third ear, we've determined, is the dalet in the back of the head tefillin. And the third hand is the yad, the yud, which is also, when you'd say Ashrei, they say poteach et yadeka, and mashbiya l'kol hai ratzon, l'kol hai ratzon. Poteach et yadeka, they're talking to God, because that's the third hand, and then you represent it when you put on the tefillin. So this third hand, because you have to have the left hand incorporated into the right before you can open up the third. And that third hand, it's a big deal. The Yad Ramah. Judaism doesn't even talk about the third eye or the third ear, but they do talk about the Yad Ramah. And this consciousness of the third opening goes into the nose and the two nostrils of the nose, and how Indian brings down the Ida and the Pingala nerve in the nose, and then when the two things open, the Shashumna opens. The third thing. third nerve. And we're talking now enlightenment here. There's also things that happen when you put the tongue on the roof of the mouth and swallow the tongue. And in a certain sense, the tongue is a third here between the two teeth, the upper and lower sets of teeth. The tongue is a third in the mouth. In the same way that the lower, the bris, has three aspects of Mila, Pariya, and Metzitza Hadam. And these things are all parallels. And to open up the three, and that's quite frankly the enlightenment. But you open up that third hand every day when you put on tefillin. The yud on the tefillin of the arm strap, the dalet in the back, that's yad. And that's the third. That's the third hand. The third hand, the Yad Ramah, is comprised of the Yud on the arm tefillin and the Dalet on the head strap. This doesn't even go into wrapping of the hand as a third thing, and that's actually what you're doing when after you've put on the arm and you've put on the head, then you go back and wrap the hand. And you actually wrap the hand with certain straps with a threeness here, which is how you make a yud. Because a yud itself, which is a yad, poteka up, and then when it really says in Ashrei, it's poteka et yodeka, yod. And that's the third, those are the three straps around it, because there are three parts to a yud. To a yod. To the letter yud. There's three parts. And that's why we know that's a suspended thing. That yud is a suspension of the bris. That's why it's yesod, yud. And there are three parts in the yud. And that's why you need three parts in the bris. Because basically when you're poteik et yadecha, poteik et yudecha, open up the yud, and that's the bris. And to really get that area open there, it takes time, because first of all, there's a shock. But the real secret is to open up the third aspect, the three aspects of the bris, which is the Yad Ramah. But first you have to balance, you have to incorporate the left into the right, and that's done by tefillin. And then you have to put on the head tefillin. And recognize that dalet. And then the two letters go together, yud dalet. That's the straps. So we have some pretty deep things here. To open up the threeness, the third. You know, because threeness is everything. The third meal of Shabbos. Threeness is a special, it's a balance in between. You know, it's this spine down the middle. It's the pole, the kutub, kutba. It's the way the Aleph is written in Arabic. And the way the Aleph will be written in Olam Haba, with a Yud on the right, a Yud on the left, and a center line down the middle, straight, not on a slant. As of now, the Aleph is written on a slant with the left, to the left, which is to bring in that left side. The left side has some amazing aspects to it in the Sephirot of Hod, Thanksgiving, and where the Hodu 107 psalm comes from, and the whole idea of the Hodah offering, which will be the offering in Olam Haba. And so this whole area here of the genitalia of Yesod with Netzach and Hod, and to open up the area of Yesod, you have to have a balance here and an opening in Netzach and Hod. And Hod is from the left. These are some deep aspects.